We are, Rabotai, on volume 4, on page 67. Fu.
67?
67, yes. We are holding at number 8. That's throwing it back on the ground after wiping. Change the law. So we've been speaking about that something that does not get sustenance from the ground. We've been speaking about something that does not get sustenance from the ground. We have Shakol. Who is the third guy? Kikirov, should I wait for you or? You want me to wait? Okay.
No, I'll wait.
So it says Avadia number 8. Furthermore, it can be said that since at the end of wiping they throw it back on the ground, on the soiled ground, it is not prohibited from the Torah, as the nourishment was not completely severed. Severed? Severed. Should I write severed or should I interrupt it? Number 8. What should I write? It was not completely interrupted. Severed is fine? Okay, thank you. Okay, number 9. Some say that Zorea, number 9 question. Read the question, Igor.
Is one liable for Zorea in a non-perforated planter? Some say that Zorea in a non-perforated planter is liable. Zorea is planting, right?
Well, you want to change it, you said.
No,
Part with a hole. Well,
Zorea is planting?
planting, yeah. So, planting, sowing. Planting, you want to write? Better than sowing?
No, I'm just asking what Zorea.
Zoea is, it could be in Hebrew both. Planting a seed or watering that seed for it to grow.
What's the question? What's the question?
So is in a not perforated plant pot, not perforated, no holes. Does the person that plants on Shabbat
In that pot.
did they violate Zorea or no? Because it doesn't go in the ground.
You can't say that the soil that's in that pot is considered the ground for that whatever growing.
What?
So if it's a plant growing, it has soil inside the pot. Why can't we say that ground for that plant is that soil that's there?
In argue, it's not normal way of planting in the pot. You know? Maybe that's why some say it's not.
All right, that's the debate. Yeah, that soil inside the pot.
Yeah,
it's not enough. It's not a real deal. It's a little bit soil there. Got it?
In other words, how he's saying it's an unusual way to do it.
Yeah. So some say that Zorea, planting, restriction, to cover all, to we saw that it's debatable. If a person does hydroponic by Jewish law, it's debatable if it's considered to be planting because it doesn't use the way it used to be in Mishkan. Remember Shabbat, what's the indicator? How it was done in Mishkan, right? That's the way we're going on Shabbat. So since on Mishkan, there was no water-based planting, so that's why some say it's not considered to be a Torah violation. Got it?
What does Rav Ovadia hold?
That's what Rabbi Yosef says.
So it's okay to do that.
What you mean the water case or this case? Water case it says safek. Safek d'oraita lechumra. But we have another safek, or for example, asking you're going to do certain things, then it will be on the doubt on the Rabbanan level, because commanding a go is the Rabbanan. Safek the Rabbanan lekula. Oh, by the way, Simcha.
Yes.
Mordechai. I just remembered, if you'll get yourself induction stove, you have no problem with bishul going.
What's induction? It's like a...
Induction is like a microwave, but it's not a box. Google induction, you'll see it right away. Induction stovetop. I have it at home. Goyim can cook on this, no problem. Yeah,
Is that electric?
it's electrical based, but it's not electrical hot, no heat. It's a new way to get to do it.
Metal it is.
I have it at home, very comfortable as far as regular day. Yom Tov is Dardisa.
Плотно можно это наготовить, что ли?
Yeah, Goyim, if you have a live-in, the best solution. You have no issues, Bishul Goyim. You don't have to speed, turn, nothing, fire, shmire, everything the Goy can do. From the beginning till the end. ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Amen.
Okay, some say that Zorea planting is a Torah restriction even in a pot without a host, even if
Russia knows that.
one plants inside a pot without the host.
It's Midioraita by who?
Some say that it's the right. He does say, I didn't put the names here. I tried to keep the book as simple as possible. Yaakov Bet Jonah.
So we would be.
Bechod Mebio Imroz.
So we would go strict to the right.
Right, we go Safek Doraita, the Chumra number 10. Is one liable for Zorea? Read, Igor.
Is one liable for Zorea for soaking wheat in water? Soaking wheat in water makes one liable for Zorea. However, those who disagree wrote that it is not the usual way to sow, and it is different for soaking wheat in water, which is liable because that is its way. And so is the main opinion.
So,
Hold on, when it's already plucked out of the ground or when it's in the ground?
it's soaking wheat, soaking it.
What, the seed?
The seeds, when you
However, those who disagree wrote that it is not the usual way to plant. Yeah, to sow or plant. Plant or sow. It's not the usual way to soaking wheat in the water. It's called planting or sowing.
Isn't it watering? No?
I don't know in English what's the term for it.
It's not watering?
Sowing or planting?
Sowing is это когда они ждут.
No, but you're already
Дырку.
saying it's not usual way to plant, to sow. I mean, it's not
So,
different way.
I think it's
Sowing
like
or planting?
фуру, дырку,
I
которую
mean,
делают.
throughout you're always using sowing, so you can be consistent.
Okay, sowing, okay. We'll write sowing. David John. David Melech Israel. Hi. The song is written about David.
your family.
David.
It doesn't, I'm kind of confused over here. What does it mean?
Yeah, tell us what you're
However,
confused.
those who disagree wrote it's not the usual way to sow, and and it's different for soaking wheat in the water, which is liable. I thought we just said they disagree, and which is not like the usual way.
It is a different. However, those who disagree wrote that is not the usual way to sow.
Okay.
And it's different for soaking wheat in water, which is liable because that is the way. You understand?
No, you say
She showed us.
it's not usual way.
Hold on.
It's not usual,
You-
it shouldn't be like
listen, I understand. Listen to this. We're talking about two different cases.
we found the answer. Then we'll say.
Sowing is when you're scattering the seeds everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Planting is specifically here on planting.
One-
Okay,
one
so
seed
it's
at a
so
time.
then planting it's supposed to be.
One seed at a
I
time.
think either one is fine.
Okay. Там закрыто. Пожалуйста. So the answer is like this, Neri John. Soaking wheat, is it the normal way to soak wheat in water or no? Yes, it is the normal way.
you soak wheat in water and it's normal.
Yeah, it was a normal thing.
Okay.
Planting inside a pot, is it the normal way or no? Without a hole. It's not the normal way. So that's why they say do not compare wheat planting inside a pottery planting. When a person takes wheat and puts it in water and it turns to a root and he makes a germination process faster.
Germination.
This is Habibi words from college. You have to graduate college for this.
Germination. Yeah, we call
Yeah, Habibi.
So you have to specify different from what because it doesn't make.
Yeah. So it's different from number 9.
And
You
it's
are
and it's different for soaking wheat. I don't know what the different.
And planting inside a pot. Yeah.
Pottery, not pot. Pottery.
Planting
Pot is
inside a pot.
Pottery.
Not pottery, no. Inside a pot, you told me last time.
What?
Planting inside a pot. Pottery?
It's a pottery. No?
The whole time we spoke about pot without a holes, pot with holes, pot. The whole time you
I
said.
think it's pottery.
Oh no?
Stop the brush anymore.
How did
Yeah, well,
plant?
Google
Garshok,
it.
how do you say?
Pottery.
Pot,
Pot.
not pottery.
So,
Where's that?
AOS? I say LOS? How do you call this?
Yeah.
No, when we were in school, how do you call this? The
ESL.
English class? ESL. ESL class.
That's in college, I think.
It's
ESL is in college?
No,
ESL?
No, pot is a specific
Maybe in your
type of-
college they teach you ESL.
No, if you.
It says that a pot is a specific type of container, while pottery refers to both art of making clay items and range of objects. So it's basically for art. So it's pot.
Yeah, pot, yeah. And planting inside a pot is different.
Pot is a casserole.
And planting inside a pot is different for soaking, different from soaking wheat in water, which is liable by the wheat case, because that is the way that is normal, and so is the main opinion,
Yeah, it's pot.
and so is the opinion we practice, right? Main opinion is that it's clear, or you have to say
No,
the
I'm
opinion we
trying
practice.
To the last opinion or the first one? That's what I'm saying.
And so,
Usually, when you say at the end, main opinion, you refers to the one.
Hero.
yeah, the however opinion,
However, is the main opinion.
yeah,
Ceramic casserole.
and we hold like the second opinion. That's all right.
You want to make it fancy, right? The latter opinion.
Ooh.
LATTER.
In practice, we hold as the LATTER opinion. Very good. Thank you so much. Okay. So bottom line, Rahmin. It's part of the blood.
Hurry up.
Bottom line is planting wheat inside water. It's asur by Torah. Planting a plant inside a not perforated pot with no holes. Asur midrabanan. And what's the reason? Because that's not the normal way. Therefore, if Babulia doesn't know the laws, and Babulia, God forbid, Hashem Rachem, planted on a flower into her plant pot on Shabbat, Can you benefit from that plant or no?
Or are you just looking at it?
Looking at it, if it smells good, the nos boy, lilu nishmat bovo. Is she allowed to benefit from it or no? She planted it on Shabbat.
It was alive before Shabbat.
She planted it on Shabbat, Rabbi John.
On the pot, not with holes.
Huh? Without a hole.
It's not a problem.
So if you planted on Shabbat, it was alive before Shabbat.
We're seeing that it takes 3 days until the plant starts to actually grow, so the process
grows in
starts.
3 years from now.
No, because you're saying in the future it lots of benefit.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah?
Oh, why not?
Why? Well, what did she do? She violated only Isur, Rabbanan, Beshogeg. Babula usually doesn't know the laws of Shabbat.
So if it was the right, you're not allowed to benefit from it?
If you don't learn Halachot Shabbat, you don't know the laws of Shabbat, right? You have to learn them.
No, Rabbi,
Right.
if it was the right, you're not allowed to benefit from it ever.
Yeah. Depends. Mezid or not mezid. Mezid oraita ever. Not allowed to.
Wow.
Forever and ever. Okay? Number 11. We have to cover ground before ground.
So what's the difference in sowing and planting? Rabbi?
This, Habibi, your
Sounds
job
the
to
same.
figure out.
Passive is
Tomorrow you're going to come with an answer. Okay? Now we're continuing our topic. Our paved floors considered like a clay utensils that are not perforated.
Why they are?
That's the question.
Why
Our
our?
paved floors.
Why our?
Paved floors on the
Any
outside
paved
sidewalk or the house?
Let's see. Number 11. There is a dispute about whether our paved floor is considered like a clay utensil that it is not perforated, as it is considered perforated.
Perforated.
No,
And the lenient opinion, huh?
is the process of
There is a
planting.
dispute whether it's considered
That's
perforated or
called
not perforated.
Right.
It's
Whether
not
our paved floor is considered like a clay utensil that it is not perforated,
This is referring to the house? Or
right? I should write,
or perforated.
or it is considered perforated.
Considered is the redundant. You don't
Redundant.
need to
Okay. Okay. And the lenient opinion wrote that since there is a very thick concrete layer, it does not draw sustenance.
Это где уже эти seeds есть. That's called
From the ground,
when you have seeds there already.
and so is the main opinion. So bottom line, Babulia has a pot. Here, Kirov, я оставь сейчас Тора учись, это английский потом. Listen to this.
No, but you want to see what's different. So sowing, it means when you already have the seeds there, and then you watering. That's called sowing.
Okay. Now,
Scattering.
оставь это גם בקול. ELS потом. Listen to this. Can you listen? You have a pot, горшок, of plants, not of number 2 of Babulia, yeah?
This is
Of plants. Now, it has holes in it. It has holes in it.
clay pot.
Pot that has holes.
Right, he said.
Good. Babulia wants to bring it from her backyard. That plant pot was sitting on
Soil.
paved ground.
Then it's okay. It's
Listen.
okay.
She wants to bring it indoors.
Midrabanan.
Did she detach the plant now or no?
No.
If you say that paved, it's considered to be still gives sustenance to the plant, then it has a hole.
Sure.
If you say.
Sidewalks are perforated.
So then the plant was alive outside, bringing it indoors. You are detaching it from the source of life, and therefore you killed it on Shabbat. But if you say no, Rabbi John, paved floors has the status of
Not
as it's already detached.
it's detached, right?
Why? Because you have a big concrete layer over there
course.
that does not let the ground, the real ground, soil, the real soil, to give sustenance to the plant.
It's not good.
What's the Rabbi? What's the line over here? Or what about the building? Are we on the ground also? It goes through.
Nachinami. That's what we say, no problem. Indoors, you're allowed to move plants in the house.
If you say that the concrete is not perforated, indoors also not perforated.
You are correct.
So you would be allowed to move.
You are correct.
Yes,
But the sidewalks, they are perforated.
but
They
it's
go to the dirt.
Sidewalks, why?
They make them perforated so the water can go at it, so it doesn't stay on top of the sidewalk. They purposely make them this way. Вода спускалась вниз.
This?
This I remember.
Figure this, read what? Maybe the lines in between they make perforated.
It's not the same.
This pisana, where is not pisana? Where? In the concrete, I have those, they have make those boxes. So, in the middle, in the center of the box, it makes the water go through it? No, they make in the side, between box to a box, that you'll be able to go through. Maybe.
You gotta,
And the connection points.
you guys is
But not in the center of that thing is going to make it. Doesn't make any
It
sense.
says constructed with porous materials
Porous materials for what?
to allow water to infiltrate through their surface into underlying
There
soil.
may be special, certain
but
type
soil.
of material. It's not.
Habibi, you think these people know what they're
On the
doing?
street, they use the
No,
regular
also not
concrete.
right away.
Doesn't
Doesn't happen right
they
away.
don't use those type of material.
You sure?
Maybe the roads
You've
is
seen
How
the
much
sidewalk.
will
not
it
the
cost
streets.
to pave the entire
You've seen
thing?
on the sidewalk with water.
Habibi, ask your teacher over there. Your GPT, ask him.
When it
But
rains,
regardless, nothing goes out of the sidewalk. Lines don't grow out to the concrete. Regardless.
He says no. It's perforated. It has a lot of holes.
But even if
So then it gets sustenance from the soil underneath that, and the plant is getting it from it. So then it will not be allowed to bring it indoors. But it's hard to believe that.
that's what I'm saying.
it's also not right away.
99% is not used.
It's expensive.
Majority isn't like that.
Let's see right now. Here, he asked his AI.
Streets
His
are
teacher says different.
intentionally designed
Mahloket.
with perforations. Generally, the streets themselves are not perforated.
So where?
New
Sidewalk.
York City streets are mostly paved with asphalt or concrete.
So
Sure,
this is streets or
Habibi.
sidewalk?
So, maybe the side streets are. I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
I think what it means perforated maybe is that metal thing on the ground. How do you call it? Whenever the leaves get all the time. The sewer system. I think maybe that's what they mean perforated. That's what I
They add
think.
questions. There's so many times are wrong. I don't know why people
Sidewalk.
tell.
Is it also over there? Is it over there?
AI?
For halakha, forget about it.
No, like
Sources, halakha,
I
everything
ask
wrong.
questions that are
make
related to
sense,
my
answers
job,
make
and the answers they
What is
give is
designed
just
with
like
perforations such as holes?
really.
no?
It's artificial intelligence.
That's what's called artificial.
Oh,
Фальшивый, artificial, фальшивый.
okay, very good. Number. Kukirov John,
Ah,
can you please be with us?
amen.
Thank you. God bless you. In practice, we hold as the latter opinion. So bottom line, that concrete does not have any perforated situation. Therefore, if Babulia's pot, garshok, is going to be with the besamim lilun shmat bovo outside on the concrete or on her paved backyard, she will be allowed to bring this besamim lilun shmat bovo in the yushvo of the bovo. Everybody will say bracha, bore, either atze besamim or isbe besamim.
And then you don't blame the babuля.
Yeah, Babulia did okay. This time she's okay. Okay? Number 11. 12. I'm sorry, yeah. Checking on you. I just wanted to. And it does not draw sasana from the ground. And yeah, that's what I want to write. In practice, we hold as the later opinion. Okay? Tell me about it. Number 12. One is allowed to move a plant as... Huh?
Question.
Question, yeah. Read the question.
Is it allowed to move a planter with soil to smell it, and if it requires preparation before Shabbat?
Maybe the word designation, this will be a better word here. Is it requires and does it require? And does it require designation? Designation.
What do you mean by designation?
From
Doesn't
before
make
Shabbat.
sense.
Huh?
Doesn't make sense.
Designation, I'm going to use it.
But before Shabbat you put
As it's, I should put in parentheses, as it is required for soil. Can you use soil on Shabbat? Zimlia, can you play with soil on Shabbat? Amurakando, what do you say? So according to Jewish law, if the soil was not designated before Shabbat, that you will be using this specific amount of soil, you're not allowed to just decide to move soil on
if
Shabbat.
you designate then you allow.
Right.
It's like the stone of the door.
Yeah, same thing. So now the question is, the pot that Babuli wants to bring indoors, okay, we solved the problem that the paved ground is considered to be already detached anyway, so she bring in from a detached area to a detached area indoors, no problem. Okay, what about muktzeh?
But this is soil.
We're saying that it's a condition with all the.
That's the question. Is it considered to be muktzeh or no?
No.
Because it has soil in there. And didn't we say,
Yeah, but
Rudy, didn't we say that it has soil? Soil is muktzeh on Shabbat. We just said soil is
But it's
muktzeh.
designated soil, you said.
Designated.
Before
for the
Shabbat.
flower.
But the soil that you want to use before on Shabbat, you have to designate before Shabbat.
You're not
And
using
this
the
soil that is inside the pottery pot, garshok, this was not designated that you will be used it. You're going to use it.
It's automatic.
That's the question. That's exactly the question. So now you understand why it says supposed to be designated? Now how should I phrase it? The question, is it allowed to move a pot with a plant?
That was not
the
designated?
plant inside the pot. No, move the pot.
Is it allowed?
That was not designated before Shabbat.
Let's move the plant to the pot.
Is it allowed to move a pot with a plant
No.
in it?
We asked the same question if a person can move a clay pot.
With soil, with it, and plant, pot with plant and soil in it. To smell it. And does it require designation from before Shabbat, as we found, as it's needed for regular soil?
You don't put from before Shabbat, just before Shabbat. Designated before Shabbat. From
Okay.
before Shabbat.
Okay, thank you. As it is needed for a regular soil or regular soil? Huh?
Regular.
College guys. A regular soil or from regular soil?
Regular soil.
Eh or no eh?
No, it's not specific.
Huh? No eh?
It's not specific.
From regular soil.
If it would be specific, then you say
Okay, Baruch Hashem. Your ELS was doing good. ESL, I call this.
It was in college.
ESL or ELS?
ESL.
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 English second language.
They have it in college too. No.
Ah,
Yeah,
that?
if you at
Immigrant.
low level.
So,
yeah.
number 12, and with this we finish for tonight. One is allowed to move a pot.
Do we learn this example by moving a metal and glass pot?
With a plant, hold on a second, and has soil,
Oh, that's what I said exactly.
smell
I
it,
said
and
it's
does not
automatic.
require designation.
Rabbi, I said automatic, you remember? It's automatic.
You are Gaon. Today somebody told me you are the Rishon LeZion. הוא זה גאון, הוא זה ניטוב, ראשון לציון. As it is already prepared and already designated. Designated and standing for this purpose, even on the soil, even on the ground, even when it was on the ground. One is permitted to drag it without lifting to another place on the ground. Yeah? Rabotai, so far so good?
Yeah.
Igor, you with us? Rudy, you with us?
You don't have to even designate,
Even if it
because it's already automatic.
it's automatically designated. Bottom line, Babule is allowed to bring the part from outside paved ground inside, even though it has holes, even though that part has holes, because the hole doesn't help anything. It's on top of concrete or paved ground outside, and she will be allowed to bring it inside. Got it? So, and people will be, why? Because people will smell it. But what if it is just plain soil? There's nothing there.
If you designate it, then you're okay.
Then you need to designate the soil before Shabbat. I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. He wants to show something. I
But the
don't-
fact that it's already in a pottery, isn't it already considered designated?
Just that plant.
It
For
doesn't
what?
matter
Designated for
It
what?
doesn't have a plan there.
Ubitemoto.
Just the soil.
No, if it has a
Okay,
plant,
stop recording. We're going to Parsha. Rabotai. Rudy.